Hey guys, this is Dan with Gears and Gadgets. Thanks for tuning in. So I'm coming to you guys with a Harley-Davidson news video. One is on the Icons collection, and the other is on the announcement that Harley's breaking off the LiveWire, which I have some different takes on that. But let's jump into the news with Harley-Davidson. Now, the first thing is the Icons collection. This was actually announced when I was down in Georgia at Maxwell's Motorcycles. The Electra Glide Revival was announced. You know, I don't tend to get on Harley too much for just doing different things. I don't totally hate this, but what I will say is the first thought I had in my mind was, who is this guy on this motorcycle? Now, I am not the kind of person who judges other riders by no means. I have no problem with the guy running down the street in a tank top and no helmet, or somebody who's riding full gear. I really don't care. I, as a matter of fact, hate when people judge other riders. So I want to say I am not judging this guy because clearly he is either an actor, model, whatever he is. And Harley is going for a look. I don't know what this look is. It's like this weird khaki pant, sort of like Top Gun leather jacket with the open face helmet. With the gardening gloves. Like I just don't know who this is. Like, this to me is just basically Harley saying, we came out with this bike and we are also trying to appeal to hipsters or something. I don't know, but they are clearly sending a message with who this person is. I just look at this and I have never seen anybody look like this on, well, not even on a motorcycle, just in general. That was, I don't know why, I was just so hung up on that. And again, this is coming from somebody who is anti-judging other riders, but understanding this is not a rider, this is a model who was dressed this way specifically for a reason. And I don't even know who Harley is trying to portray in this image. And whoever this guy is not riding this Electra Glide Revival. I digress from the entire opinion I have on this Electra Glide Revival that they have. Now, this bike, I've seen other videos and people comment on pricing. It's a $30,000 bike. It's only got the solo seat. It's, you know, it's a niche bike, and I think they said they were doing 1,500 of them. Yeah, 1,500 globally. This was talked about pretty heavily when I was down in Georgia between everybody in the shop, and I'm not here to share other people's opinions, but I will say that the overall kind of sentiment on this bike is that it's not meant to sell any more than the 1,500 they had slated. So I think this Icons brand that they have come out with, or this Icons line, it's really just a play for Harley to get people to spend some money on a limited edition bike. And the one thing that's interesting is that every time they drop one of these every year, whatever the interval is going to be in the Icon series, it's basically a guarantee to get some sort of press. So it keeps Harley in the news. They can easily move 1,500 of them every year. It's basically kind of a no-brainer. But as far as my opinion on the Electra Glide Revival, I would just like to see him go even further back and do an Icons line that you know, goes really back to the roots. But I guess you could argue that the Electra Glide was kind of the roots of the bagger. So it could also be in what I think is going to be the new line of baggers coming out. This really could just be a kind of smaller piece of the puzzle of really selling the heritage of baggers with Harley-Davidson as they launch into a new line, which I do think is coming. I've said that a bunch lately. Now into the real news of this video, which is the LiveWire. As of today, the LiveWire is still listed on the Harley-Davidson's website, but, you know, of course, the $29,799 as it is listed. It was just announced this week that the LiveWire is now going to become its own standalone all-electric brand. So here's where I stand with the LiveWire. There are a ton of people out there that say that Harley shouldn't be making an electric motorcycle. There are people that just hate it completely. I always say I rode it, I loved it, and I saw a wide range of riders on that LiveWire, on that demo ride. Not a single person that I've seen get off that bike has had anything bad to say about it, other than the fact that they were like, it doesn't feel like a Harley. That was the worst thing people could say. Everything else was smiles ear to ear and just amazed at the power this thing put to the ground. So I love the LiveWire. I think it's awesome. I fear that this announcement of Harley breaking it off as its own LiveWire brand. So this was announced in a press release, but I guess it's going to be formally unveiled on July 8th ahead of the International Motorcycle Show. And they're saying it's going to, I believe, have another bike with it that's under the LiveWire brand. I'm guessing it's just going to be the same LiveWire you see now, repackaged, trying to distance it from Harley-Davidson a little bit. The weird thing, I don't know what LiveWire will be headquartered virtually with a staff located in Silicon Valley and Milwaukee. I mean, what is located virtually other than like we're going to be somewhere else, but we're going to pretend we're in Silicon Valley? I don't know what a Harley-Davidson LiveWire virtual headquarter in Silicon Valley means. Would that, sure, Gears and Gadgets, we are located smack dab in the most expensive location in Silicon Valley, but virtually. So are you saying that just to be able to say that you're in Silicon? I want to know more about that. What does that even mean? And they're saying that it's going to lean on the Harley-Davidson existing resources and engineering. I currently feel like this is just one step closer to out the door. Like this is just Harley-Davidson being typical Harley-Davidson, where they come out with something that's really awesome and then kill it off before it has a chance to really go anywhere. I don't know. This just to me kind of smells like they're going to kind of create it as its own thing and let it go on for another year or two. And then if it fails, the news would be that the company LiveWire, which was a spawn from Harley-Davidson, failed, as opposed to Harley-Davidson failed at electric bikes. I don't know if this is just kind of posturing from a corporate standpoint to, again, be able to say that, I don't know, phase it out as a company that isn't Harley-Davidson. I don't know. That's kind of my take on it. But I love the LiveWire. I just have this sneaking suspicion that this is step one towards getting rid of it and being done with LiveWire. So that's just kind of my take on it. We'll see what happens in July. I'm sure I'll come back with another video when they announce whatever the next new bike is for LiveWire. Again, huge fan of the LiveWire. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Is this just a step in the direction of shut her down, or is this a step in the direction of it didn't fit our portfolio, so we're going to branch it and spin it off into its own EV bike thing and actually give it a real legit shot at building into something? I don't know, but if I was a Harley-Davidson dealer and I spent all that money upfitting my dealership to have the electric charging stations, and now they're just going to shift that bike into a different thing, and I don't know. There's a lot there, and I'm sure there's a lot of discussions, back channels, because of all of this. So again, let me know in the comments down below. What do you guys think? This was just a real quick video to touch on two pretty major news stories from Harley-Davidson in the last, I don't know, I'd say 3-4 weeks that I wasn't able to really get to, especially with the travel that I had. I'm also going to be going to the Get On Moto Fest in Texas next week. So a lot of things going on here. I just wanted to jump on and make a video, talk about some news. So again, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. If this is your first time tuning in, please hit that subscribe button down below. Remember, likes go a long way to help support the channel. See you guys next time.